Sometimes, a single night can blur every line you thought was clear between right and wrong, trust and betrayal, family and desire. This is the story of how one evening shifted my world forever. And even now, as I sit here telling you this, I'm still not sure if I regret it or crave it all over again. The evening air carried that kind of crisp bite that makes your skin prickle and your thoughts wander. I was lounging in the backyard, a glass of wine I wasn't supposed to have resting loosely in my hand. My name is Ethan Miller, 22, freshly graduated from college, and completely lost about what came next. Job applications felt endless, opportunities slim, and I'd crashed at home again, telling myself it was only temporary. That night, the house was unusually quiet. Normally, weekends meant my stepmom, Lauren, would be hosting one of her lively get-togethers. People adored her charisma, her laugh, the effortless way she lit up a room. But instead of noise, there was silence. Just me, the stars, and the soft hum of the hot tub nearby. Steam curled into the air like secrets trying to escape. I leaned back, sipping the wine, caught between the warmth spreading through me and the emptiness of not knowing my future. That's when I heard it, the sliding glass door creaking open. Lauren stepped outside, her laugh spilling into the night, warm and infectious. She wasn't alone. Two of her closest friends followed, Claire, witty and sharp, with a smile that always carried a challenge, and Sophie, softer, more thoughtful, but just as magnetic. All three carried drinks, their faces glowing with carefree joy. "Ethan," Lauren called out, her voice carrying that teasing lilt she always had with me. "What are you doing out here all alone?" Before I could answer, I noticed the robes slipping from their shoulders. Beneath, they wore bikinis, the unmistakable sign they were headed for the hot tub. My throat went dry. Claire tilted her head, grinning at me. "You should join us," she said, half daring me, half inviting me. Lauren slid beside me, plucking the glass from my hand with playful ease. "Don't be shy," she whispered, her eyes locking on mine, a spark of something dangerous glinting there. "The water's perfect tonight." My heart raced. I should have said no. Every part of me screamed that this was crossing a line I couldn't uncross. But their laughter, their warmth, the pull of belonging, it drew me in like a tide I couldn't resist. Moments later, I stepped into the hot tub. The heat wrapped around me, easing the tension in my shoulders, even as my chest tightened with nerves. Lauren slid in beside me, her shoulder brushing mine, her presence both familiar and strangely new. Claire and Sophie lounged across from us, sipping wine, their eyes sparkling with amusement as if they already knew what storm was brewing inside me. Conversation flowed easily at first, Lauren venting about work, Claire recounting her latest travel adventure, Sophie slipping in sharp one-liners that had us all laughing. The wine dulled my nerves, but beneath it, something more dangerous stirred. Every so often, I caught Lauren watching me. Not the way a stepmother watches her stepson, but with something heavier. Something charged. Her fingers brushed mine when she passed me another drink, casual but electric. Sophie's hand brushed my shoulder once, lingering just enough to make me wonder. Claire smirked knowingly whenever my gaze betrayed me. The air thickened as the night deepened. The laughter softened, replaced by touches and glances that said more than words could. Lauren leaned close, her breath warm against my ear. "Relax, Ethan," she murmured. "Just let go." Her hand found my arm, tracing small circles that sent shockwaves through me. Sophie's voice joined in, gentle but insistent. "You deserve to have a little fun." Claire chuckled, eyes locked on me. "He's cute when he's nervous." I froze, caught between fear and curiosity, guilt and desire. This wasn't just a night in the hot tub anymore. It was something else, something far more dangerous. And still, I stayed. By the time Claire and Sophie finally stepped out, wrapping themselves in towels, the air was charged with something unspoken. Lauren lingered, her eyes soft but piercing. "Ethan," she said quietly, before disappearing inside. And I was left in the steaming water, my thoughts unraveling. The next morning, the house was still. Lauren had left a note on the counter, she was at brunch with the girls. Relief and dread warred inside me. Had I imagined it? Or had everything really shifted between us? When she returned, her smile was easy, almost casual, but her eyes betrayed something else. Nervousness. Later, she caught me in the kitchen, her voice low. About last night. I hope you're not uncomfortable. It wasn't planned. It just happened. I swallowed hard. I'm not uncomfortable. Just surprised. Her smile softened. We're all adults here, Ethan. What happened stays between us. But if you want to pretend it didn't happen, we can. Did I want that? The question haunted me. Days passed. The house carried on as usual, chores, breakfasts, conversations, but underneath it all was tension, humming like a wire pulled too tight. One evening, Lauren knocked on my door. She sat on the edge of my bed, her robe reminding me of that night. I've been thinking, she whispered. And I was wondering if you'd want to talk more. Just us. My chest tightened. I should have drawn the line, but the memory of her closeness was too much. Okay, I said, my voice barely above a whisper. That night, we talked for hours. It wasn't just about attraction, it was about vulnerability, fear, and trust. She opened up in ways she never had, and so did I. The connection deepened, and over the weeks that followed, it grew into something we couldn't ignore. But it wasn't without fear. What if someone found out? What if we ruined everything? And yet, neither of us pulled away. Nights blurred into mornings, secrets woven into the fabric of our days. One night, Lauren brought up Claire and Sophie. They've been asking about you, she said carefully. We don't have to, but it could be fun. My heart raced, but I answered honestly. You're my priority. But I'm open to it. The next weekend, they joined us again. This time, the nervousness was gone. The night unfolded with laughter, closeness, and a strange sense of comfort in the chaos. As weeks slipped into months, Lauren and I became something neither of us expected. By day, we played our roles, stepmom and stepson. By night, behind closed doors, we were something else entirely. And then, one evening as autumn painted the sky, she looked at me with trembling eyes. I think I'm falling in love with you, she whispered. My chest ached with relief. I've been in love with you for a while, I confessed. We knew the world wouldn't understand. But sitting there, wrapped in her arms as the sun sank, none of that mattered. That night in the hot tub had been the start of everything, messy, complicated, intoxicating. I had stepped into the water unsure of who I was. I came out someone entirely different. And even now, I'm not sure if it was a mistake, or the truest thing I've ever known.